I'm going to critique and score this property based on my 10 principles of quality. So if you decide to buy, remodel, or design a property for yourself, you won't make the same mistakes. I'm the How to Buy a Mansion guy. My name is Arvin Haddad. Let's watch this video together.
Newport Coast, a scenic part of the iconic California coast. Situated between Los Angeles and San Diego, this idyllic waterfront city is home to some of the most lavish and elegant properties in the entire state.
The scenic part is correct. It's one of the most beautiful coastlines within California. Definitely nicer than Los Angeles, at least mainland Los Angeles, maybe equal to Malibu, but definitely wrong on iconic properties. I'm going to go much more in depth on this, but the quality of architecture in Southern California, Orange County, which this property is located at, it's just way below par.
All right, everyone, let's start our tour. From the street level, we have the staircase bringing you to the entry of this home, complemented with a really nice water feature. And on our left-hand side, we have a utility elevator that picks you up from the street level. And also on the other side, we have a cobblestone driveway framed with two beautiful palm trees.
There's nothing beautiful about this. This private driveway cuts so sharp and so close to the actual property, it's slapping the property in the face. This is a horrible approach. Now, you're scratching your head, you're like, Arvin, you love private driveway. What's wrong with this? Not this close. You need proper setback. The property, first of all, is not level with the street, which is a negative. It tells you the lot is already sloped. And by putting the private driveway on this side of the property instead of the right side of the property, you create this really weird approach where your guests have to go through the side of the property, then walk sideways to the property, look up to see the facade. Horrible approach. So far, it's starting, the whole presentation off the back foot, and that's what a bad approach does to you. It really just starts disappointing right off the bat without even entering the property. Like, at that point on, all you're trying to do is explaining. And whenever you're explaining, you're not doing a good job. Like, you should sell itself.
That takes you down to the subterranean level of this house.
Look at this. And it's so tight, and this garage door looks like a modern building. Like, it shouldn't even... This does not fit a Mediterranean-style architecture like this at all.
And now, facing back to the house, it's a beautiful Mediterranean estate, stacked stone, arch openings, tiled roof, shutters, casement windows. We have a lot of beautiful finishes and details that we're going to cover on this tour.
I absolutely agree. I think the facade of this building, they've nailed it. But there's one flaw. Can you spot it? I sometimes pause the frame and ask my subscribers to spot the flaws. Okay, I'll give you guys 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, first let me tell you what I love about it. I love the material. I love the color. I love the palette. I love the archways. I love the shutters. I love everything about this facade. I think they've nailed it. It's a 10 out of 10 execution of material and external facade for the location. Really, really good. What's missing is proper landscaping. You have really 3 choices here when you do this type of facade. The trees that you have to use, and you shouldn't make it busy. You should go with like 2-3 signature trees. Obviously, first one is olive tree, the second one is a cypress tree, and the third is a citrus tree. You can go either one of those directions. That what goes with this architectural style.
Right in front of me, we have the covered entry, chandelier above, and this is where we can get a close look to the exterior finish of this home, which is this really nice mixed stacked stone that gives a lot of character to this home. Now follow me this way. This is the main door, steel cased, and I gotta point out this custom door handle. And then you go in, you have this secondary coverage section with this groin bolted ceiling.
Beautiful. Love this. It's very impressive that they're showing off this material right off the bat, even in the entry. But notice, this property is one of those courtyard properties. Pay attention.
That adds up to the character. Steel case windows look into the formal dining room area. And if you continue...
Did you spot it, or did you get distracted by the door handle? Did you? This is a courtyard property, so it's a square shape. I've done a bunch of videos on this. You should know this by now. This is gonna have a layout issue. By deciding to putting the courtyard in the center of the property, you end up having a dining room disconnected from the rest of the house, right by the front entrance, which was very ugly. You see what I'm saying? It's going to have some layout issues. I can tell you right off the bat.
You go straight to the courtyard. Now this courtyard is located right in the center of the home. It brings natural light and fresh air to all the rooms on the first floor as well as the second floor. I mean, look at the amount of natural light you get with this space. Then you have this really cool art piece right in the center.
There's nothing cool about that. That looks like a horrible way of crucifying someone. To call this art, I don't even know. Like, what the hell is it? First of all, you're distracting from the ocean view. You've got you paid crap load of money to get an ocean view property. You're distracting it. You're pulling the freaking eyeballs up to look at that fake wall of greenery that people use on a $3 million flip in Tarzana. Horrible execution. There's a right way of doing courtyards and there's a wrong way of doing courtyards. And not always you have to place it in the center of your layout. I have a 5-day workshop. I'm going to talk about it later in the video, but that's one of the things I talk about. Layouts, courtyards, finishes, all those 10 principles of quality. Now, while we're at it, let's score a few of these. Number 1, location. I'm going to give the location for this a 9. I personally think there are very, very few properties in Orange County that have a 10 location. And my main reason is not because it's not beautiful, because it's absolutely beautiful. But the Arvin company has really ruined lot sizes, architectural styles of this whole county. This Arvin company, which pretty much owns the entire land and gives 99-year land leases to majority of the areas, has dictated lot sizes, layouts, and communities of the most generic kind you can ever imagine. I've lived in Orange County and I went suicidal. Like imagine someone, a connoisseur like me, being stuck in a cookie cutter neighborhood. I'm traumatized. You've probably seen my videos. It's not that I don't like Orange County. I think it's a beautiful people. I love the people there. I love everything about it. But architecturally speaking, the palette and the style and the lot sizes are like the standard is so low that the locals don't even know what's good. That's what happens when these money hungry developers go after maximizing profits, which has been happening since after World War II of manufacturing homes and on a large scale has completely taken out any character, any vibe, any energy from all these mega cities that are manufactured. It's just, by definition, luxury is not manufactured. So if you look at the highest bracket in Orange County, all of them are Mac mansions. Like, I wish I had the freedom to get a parcel of land in Orange County and define what really luxury is. But this, unfortunately, in Orange County, it's been just hammered by Arvin Company and ruined. There's like really not a 10 for me. All of them have been compromised.
Now, the other detail I like is the fact that you have sliding glass doors pocketing into the walls and opening up the courtyard to the kitchen, as well as your former living room. And then you come over here, we have another steel cased, massive front door. This is technically the second entry point of this home. Opens up to the elevator landing as well as the staircase.
Did you notice how every space that he showed on each side had a very narrow depth? The formal living area, when you walk in, it's pretty narrow. Why? Because you just carved out a humongous piece for the internal courtyard. So you're going to have these narrow elements of square going around it. The kitchen looked narrow, and this area only fits a freaking industrial looking elevator, which does not match the architectural style whatsoever. But that's another problem of this square shaped internal courtyard layout. Everyone loves this courtyard layout. And by the way, I do too, okay? Execute it right, it would be amazing. But it's not for every property, and it's not for every architectural style, and it's not for every lot.
And how cool is it, the fact that you walk in to your courtyard first and then to your home every single day?
All these sliding glass doors are closed. This becomes, I guess, the main front door next to you as well, right?
Yeah, that only works when you have guests over, right? Most people will have the windows closed during the day and the AC's on. So you're not going to actually use this courtyard when you're living there yourself. You're going to go around, which is a layout issue at that point. So it's good for your guests, not so good for you.
It's just a really cool space. Like I said earlier, we have the kitchen on the left, but first, let's pull everybody here so we can check out the formal living room. Look at the barrel ceiling here with all these brick tiles, chandeliers.
Okay, I love the barrel ceiling. I think that's one of the most beautiful things as far as architectural style. They're continuing that on the inside. Brilliant, smart, great move, okay? But what he's showing you is a hallway. You see, again, back to the layout of the property and having this courtyard in the middle, you got to have these hallways that connect you, which takes a lot of square footage. So not just the fact that you took out a bunch of square footage from the center, you also need these hallways connecting the spaces, which also takes more square footage out. And for that reason, I have to give the layout of this property a 6, because you do get that amazing wow factor when you walk in, but the connectivity is going to be really, really poor.
Then you walk in, you have the Pacific Ocean right in front of you. This massive opening, 2 separate seating areas. We have a fireplace complemented with this beautiful stone wall, and the entire space opens up to the covered section of the backyard, which then leads you to the infinity edge pool looking over these incredible views. And going to the other side, we have this opening leading us to the family room, 2 L-shaped couches, leather ottomans, linear fireplace here with a TV above. And I also like the fact that they brought the stacked stone to the interior as well, which gives the home a nice cohesive feel.
I agree. It's great to see that continuity from the outside to the inside. Overall, as far as the authenticity of architectural style matching from the exterior to the interior, I have to give the architectural score at least an 8.5. I think they've done a really good job to differentiate themselves from other Mediterranean homes in Orange County, because there's a ton of them. And they've done it in an authentic way. They've done it in a correct way. The continuity on the inside is really good. And that's why it gets an 8.5 on architectural style.
And then it flows to your informal dining area, solid wood table, seating for 8. It faces the hallway that we mentioned earlier, opens up to the courtyard, and it even has a Miele espresso maker. Now, let's talk about this gorgeous kitchen. Look at this island, the way they designed it. Stone fabrication here. And then on the bottom, you have a footrest design.
It's horrible. It's gray. I don't know why they introduced gray over here. This kitchen looks like my dentist reception desk when I walk in. It's so out of place, right? Choice of material for a Mediterranean home. Are you kidding? Modern and then gray cabinets? It looks but ugly. It's also small and narrow, which goes back to the layout issue of the architectural style when they went with this square-shaped internal courtyard. Now, I like the fact where it's located, where it's like people can congregate from multiple areas, right? It's close to the courtyard. It's close to the family room. It's close to the formal room. It's very central. That's really good. But the finishes are just horrendous. The style is really bad. You cannot build a modern kiosk, a medical office reception desk kitchen for a property of this caliber that you want so authentic up front. Like, if you have Mediterranean, you want to modernize it, you have to go transitional. Okay, you do not go modern like this at all.
Now follow me this way. This is where we have the built-in gas cooktop. Then you have the vent above, and they basically clad this entire section with stone as well to match the cohesive design elements of this kitchen.
Like, what happened to the brickwork? This would have been a nice place to make it a brick arch cooking Mediterranean Italian dishes. No, modern, just white.
Around the corner, we have the chef's kitchen. That also comes with a gas stove, fridge, dishwasher, sink, everything you need. There's even a small bathroom there as well.
What? There's a bathroom for your chef? I've never seen that before.
Really nice, very spacious kitchen. And I just love the fact that it opens up to this courtyard. How nice to live like this. This is technically outdoors, but it's encapsulated in your home. So it feels, I want to say, more controlled and
It's like outside, but not actually being outside.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like you bring the outside inside, like the night at the Roxbury. You remember?
In the comments, we get this question all the time. What do people do about bugs in California? And it's funny, I'm originally from Texas, and I thought the same thing when I moved here. There just aren't really any bugs.
California, well said.
Yeah, it's really nice. The weather's always really good.
Well, that's why everybody praises California weather, because not only so nice, you don't really have any bugs.
Yeah.
Now, welcome to the formal dining room. Seating for 10, colorful chandelier above.
This is how not to soften the look of a Mediterranean rustic style. This looks like Jesus Christ went to Carnival to party, okay? That's not how you do it, okay? If you want to soften the look of a Mediterranean home, right? You want to make it more fun, more hip, you got to swap that. You still got to use a rustic element chandelier or lux light fixture that kind of goes with the architectural style, and then you can use pop art. You can do colorful art on the wall to soften the look, make it transitional. This looks completely out of place. It just does not go at all with the architectural style. Inside, outside, nothing.
Now, we're gonna go back to the formal living room area so we can check out the right wing of this house. I'm just gonna take the courtyard since it's a bit of a shortcut.
Did you see that? That was Freudian. 90% of the time when you're living there, these doors are going to be closed. The only time you're going to have it open is when you're having guests over and you have to go around. And it was inconvenient to Enes. And that's why you're a subscriber to the channel. That's why you're going to join the 5-day workshop, because I teach you guys. So I see these, I can look at a floor plan and see 3 years later, after you've spent millions of dollars designing, building, change orders, all that stuff, that, hey, you're going to run into this problem, right? You're going to run into this problem and have an issue. And for that, that's like it's solving $1 million question when you're, building a $20 million home, $30 million home. The workshop is for everybody, from a $500,000 home to a $100 million home. The principles are the same and it applies. If you haven't checked it out, there's a 100% money back guarantee for both regular admission and VIP. I highly recommend it. Link is in the description. Check it out.
Again, you can see the barrel ceiling here. And now let's focus on this side. Now, over here on my left, we have the first bedroom suite that faces the backyard. You have built-in closets, king size bed. The entire room opens up to the backyard, comes with a full bathroom.
Oh, my eyes. What the hell happened? Are you sure this was finished in 2022? How could you do this and ask for $60 million? Like, that's offensive to me. And you didn't even get the separation between the windows right. Your king size bed was sticking out and covering the windows in the bedroom. Come on. And you didn't even have any restrictions from the outside. That means you didn't even think about how wide the king size bed has to be to fit between, because you could have placed those windows anywhere. There's no one looking from the side of the house.
Now, let's go check out this powder bathroom. Look at this space. Look at the stone on my right-hand side.
Dude, this powder room is like a bad trip. Who are these faces looking at me? Who was the interior designer here? This is Carnival, I'm telling you.
There you go. And that's your ceiling mount faucet right there. Really cool sink.
That's how you get your water spilled all over your shirt at a party. Horrible. I don't like this idea. It's just so annoying. It's like when you have too much money and you just kind of want to waste it somehow. It's a trend. It's not practical. I don't like it.
Now, welcome to the main entrance of this home. This is the front door. Look at this glass enclosed elevator that goes to all 3 levels.
It looks like it's going to your office building. It's horrible. I don't understand why they put these industrial looking elevators in residential properties that are supposed to look, straight out of Italy. Horrible. I would never do this.
Chandelier above, and going through these double doors, we have the office. Desk on the right with some built-ins.
Whoa, what is Nasruddin Shah's office desk doing in Italy? What the hell is going on? This looks like straight up a desk from Qajar dynasty in Iran. Okay.
You have multiple French doors opening up to the courtyard front of the home as well as the side, because side also features another water feature.
It's hard to confuse me. They've done a really good job. I mean, look at that painting on that back stone, and then next to a Persian traditional desk from the Qajar dynasty. Strange. Very strange. In a Mediterranean Italian architecture.
Now with that, we're done with the first floor. Now, let's check out the backyard.
Okay, I'm going to give the lot quality a score of 8, because it's not that you don't have enough land, because it looks like you have a pretty small backyard. It's because you allocated so much space to the internal courtyard, right? It makes your backyard smaller. The main reason I'm giving it an 8 is because it was not level with the street. It had a slope to it, which really pushed a horrible approach, and not enough frontage for the property. And for that reason, it gets an 8.
Off of the formal living room, we have the sliding glass doors pocketing into the walls and seamlessly opening up to this covered section where we have 2 outdoor seating areas, space heaters above, and walking this way, right in front of us, we have the 78-foot triangular infinity edge pool looking out to these amazing views.
Okay, I'm going to give the view a 9. It's a really good view. It's unobstructed. It's a jetliner view. The view just drops, like flying it in the cockpit of an airplane, and the view in front of you is just the drop, right? It's beautiful. It's unobstructed. You see a little bit of hillside. There's not really a focal point. That's why it's not getting a 10, but overall, a very solid, good view.
Now on this side, we have the family room opening up to the outdoor dining area. Down below, we have an outdoor kitchen with a built-in barbecue sink And down below, there's actually a swim up bar. I don't know if you can see the kegerator from here. And they have bar stools built into the pool as well. Super nice. And coming back to the pool, you have the Baja shelf, incorporated hot tub. These views, it looks super inviting. This is why people love living in California. And one more thing I want to mention, this property is on a front row, meaning this street has a back side and the front side.
And he's right, this is on the front side. So these properties in the back, depending on the elevation drop, some streets are worse than the other. They have to look through the top of the roof of this property. So it really matters which street you're on and if there's a big drop on over the next street or not, right? Now let's score the lot utilization for this property. The side setbacks are relatively poor. I would say it's probably 10 feet for this price point, which is really, really tight. And a very small backyard. You do have the courtyard and then you have a tight frontage. I'm going to give it an 8, okay? But for ultra luxury, these are all, to me, Mac mansions except this one, right? This is like, you can see it has a proper approach, huge backyard, huge separation. It's like a promontory. This is what you want. This is what you should expect to pay when you're paying $60-70 million, not like a cookie cutter home that is just, there's identical carbon copies right next to it. They're not identical, but the way they sit on the house, on the lot is identical. And that's what I'm talking about, like Irvine Company, the way they cut the lots, right? The way they've cut the lot is for maximizing profit.
A couple more things about the house. It was built 2 years ago, so it's technically brand new. I love this stacked stone that they use throughout. It really warms up the property. And now we're at the pool cabana. The door on my right opens up to a full bathroom.
Horrible finishes. Really, really bad finishes. It's so funny because they really did well in some areas and then horrible on the other areas. I'm going to score the finishes pretty poorly because of that.
Then you come over here, you have a really nice outdoor seating area. This section is covered. You have your fireplace. There's actually a TV nicely tucked behind the cabinetry there. You have your sink. I love the stone countertops over there.
Yeah, like, that's really nice. Like, why didn't you carry that in the powder rooms? You see that texture? How well it matches the other stuff you've got going on? Beautiful.
There's also a nice art piece here, just like the one that we saw off of the courtyard, and more of these views. Now, the backyard continues. We have another outdoor kitchen here, small sink, built-in grill, pergola design above. And look how nice this outdoor seating area is. They even incorporated a water feature on each side that flows to this lower collection pool.
They've actually used the backyard in a very smart way. It's really maxed out. It's literally a puzzle that fits in together perfectly, but that's not ultra luxury. There should be well spaced between them, okay? But I give them props for at least giving utility to every corner.
Nice fire pit in the center, built-in seating, more of these views, and then a putting green. I mean, this is fun.
I didn't even see this. You see? Again, they've really like thought this out to make the most out of their backyard, and I salute them for that.
This is a residential home. You can live here and you can enjoy this backyard every single day. And to me, that's crazy. With these views, it's almost inspiring. And on top of that, you're in Crystal Cove, one of the most premier developments and residential neighborhoods in the entire state, in my opinion. You have beautiful streets. The entire community is gated. There's an architectural design code for the entire development, so everything
has to look the same in a cookie cutter, fake Mediterranean style. It's horrible. Like, I wish I could sit at one of these architectural meetings when your original OG design is a fake, right? And every other house comes out fake just like it. And you've blinded your own palate to what is beautiful, right? All your options are designed based on some fake crap, and you have option A, B, and C, and D, and E, and they all look wrong based on because the original design was wrong. It is so sad that a lot of people in Orange County don't even see that, or don't even feel it, or don't even know it. Because there were always, you judge beauty by what has been presented to you. If they give you option A, B, and C, just because you've only known that and all those your options, you choose the best one out of those options. And that's the magic of Irvine Company for you guys, okay? By dictating the palette and dictating the architectural style, You keep all the other neighborhoods relevant, right? Because now if they introduce another architectural style for another community, now everything else is going to look dated. That's going to bring their property prices down, property taxes down, property values down. So why would you do it? You continue with the Mediterranean style. You continue the same pattern you're doing to keep the palette consistent throughout the whole neighborhood. Because God forbid you introduce another palette, another touch, another architectural style, modern. There's so many different architectural styles that go in settings like this. You introduce that, you're going to make everything else dated. And you can't do that because that will hurt your profit at the end of the day.
And with that, we're done with the backyard. Now, let's go to the lower level. Welcome to the lower level. I wanted to showcase the elevator. And on my right hand side,
did it really make that noise? What are we at, an airport?
First, let's check out this amazing bar. Look at this island here with the stone fabrication.
No, look at the ceiling heights. Okay, I talk about this in my videos. Basements, you don't get to go short ceilings on basements. If you want ultra luxury, you got to go higher ceilings than regular for your basement. It's so funny because, again, it goes back to the same thing that what you're used to. Just because 50 years ago basements had lower ceilings because it was too expensive, or that's what people did. They just didn't spend the money in the basement to go with higher ceilings. You have this subconscious thing thinking, you know what, basements, you get to have lower ceilings. No, differentiate yourself. Go much higher ceilings. If you have a 12-foot ceilings in the upstairs, go 14-foot ceilings, 16-foot ceilings on the basement and watch what happens. You create such a wow factor when people come to your basement that they would be like amazed that like, oh my God, this even exists down here.
And this island here houses your kegerator, sink, fridges. You have more fridges on the other side. And this back wall design with backlit panels, 3 TVs, all these spirits. This is a beautiful bar.
It's a very ugly bar. It's a horrible bar for a Mediterranean home. This looks like a freaking business class for Spirit Airlines. It's so cheap. It's such a bad take on modern too, to be honest. I'm so torn as to what to score the finish because they've done a really good job in some areas and then just horribly designed other areas. And for that reason, I'm going to give it a 5. I'm confused. Maybe it's a 6, maybe 5.5. I don't know. It's somewhere there. Let's say 5.5. I'm going to give finishes a 5.5.
And to keep that rustic feeling, they still brought the wood class ceilings, and this entire lower level is here for you to entertain, and it's just really nice, ceiling heights.
Ceiling heights what, Enes? Ceiling heights? He does these Freudian things. He doesn't even know it. He's like ceiling heights. He's like, oh, I said it wrong. Let me just not say anything. Just walk.
And actually, if you follow this hallway here, it leads you to a 1-bedroom guest apartment. I say guest apartment because it is the only bedroom on this level, has its own bathroom, and there's a secondary bathroom here, which also leads to a spa because right on the other side, you have your gym. Again, this level is here for you to entertain, work out, feel better about yourself. And you have your Peloton bike here, tonal on the wall, rowing machine, treadmill. And just like I said, it connects to the bathroom as well as the sauna. And there's also a nice wet bar here with a TV.
Okay, not so bad. Okay, I like the bedroom distribution so far. So you got one junior suite on the main level. You get another bedroom over here, which actually had a window. So you get 2 guest bedrooms. And I'm assuming there's 4 bedrooms on the top floor, which you really do want to have. You want to have at least 3 other bedrooms beside the primary. So very good bedroom distribution.
Let's go back in. I also want to say, this seating area is very elegant. I really like these chairs. And then you'll have this seating area here. This might be the biggest L-shaped couch we've ever seen. That's a standalone couch. I'm trying to think, all the L-shaped couches that we've seen, the one in Vegas, at the penthouse suite.
Oh my God. I need to review this property. This looks disgusting. This is horrible. Are you using this as a reference, Enes?
You have this gorgeous coffee table in the center, another TV, and then you come over here, you technically have another dining area.
You should not have a dining area. You already had 2 dining areas on the living room. You had one outside. This should have been a pool table. There's no games so far over here. One of the main thing that goes with the basement is the game room, right?
I love how these bottles are displayed. It's obviously temperature controlled. Then they brought the barrel ceiling here as well.
I hate the way the bottles are displayed. You do not do that on such an authentic looking architectural home. You got to go with the architectural style.
There's a small kitchenette here. Sink, cabinetry, built-in appliances. You can host a dinner here very, very easily.
Yeah, and I don't know why, something about having a wine cellar in a stone room with barreled ceilings always makes it feel more authentic to me.
On the lower level too.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, let's continue our tour, Mikey. We have this door opening up to the movie theater. Let's go have a quick look. You have 3-tier seating, leather recliners.
Oh my God. What happened here? Did a zebra explode? What happened? I don't even know what to say. Like, it's just really bad.
I love this theater.
I was gonna say it's a contemporary take on a movie theater.
Wow, Mikey really likes it, and Enes thinks it's a contemporary take on a movie theater. I think it's I didn't know what to do, so I decided to experiment and fall on my ass take on a movie theater. And this is why exactly I do consulting. If your significant other is about to make a ginormous mistake on a design of a property you're building together, and you want someone to talk sense to them, you can click on the link in the description or join the 5-day workshop. That's even better, a lot less expensive, and you can make sure you don't make mistakes.
Now let's go back in so we can go to the other side. I also want to say we've seen this layout before because we've toured other properties in this neighborhood. They all have subterranean levels, or most of them do. I don't want to say all. The ones we toured have, and it's just nice that you pack the amenities on the lower level. You have your main floor, and then upstairs you have the bedrooms. Now this door here opens up to the laundry room, washer, dryer, plenty of cabinetry space, and you also get a sink.
I would like to see a laundry room on the upper floor because this would be really inconvenient for your mate to do your laundry. Coming 2 floors and it's right not even close to the elevator. No bueno.
And then going through this door, we come to the subterranean garage. Now, calling this space a garage doesn't do it justice. It's approximately 3,500 square feet. It's more of a car gallery.
No, it's a garage. It's not as beautiful to call it a car gallery. It's really not a car gallery. It looks like a regular garage. It's just bigger. You have the bikes out. You have the built-ins on this side. It's a garage.
Then we have some built-in cabinetry, small kitchenette here, dishwasher, sink.
Why do you have a kitchenette in your garage? It's a horrible idea. And it looks like freaking, actually it does look like a kitchen that would belong in a freaking garage, but because it's all like stainless steel, but horrible. I mean, I don't know what they were doing.
And with that, we are done on the lower level. Now let's go to the second floor so we can check out all of the guest suites. All right, let's go check out the second floor.
Okay, so I'm expecting 1 bedroom in each corner to maximize light exposures in the bedrooms and minimize waste when it comes to walk-in closets and bathrooms.
We have 4 bedroom suites on this level, including the primary bedroom, and we're gonna start our tour with this one right here. This room faces the front of the home, comes with a private balcony. You have your queen size bed right in the center, wood clad ceilings. We have a built-in desk here, and Mikey, follow me this way so we can check out the bathroom. We have tile floors, vanity.
Oh my God. This is criminal. In these price points, guys, you have to do all the bathrooms. All the bathrooms have to be excellent. Now, for your primary, you can go like 1 notch even higher than that. But every single bathroom in your property at this price point, if you want $60 million, you need to go all out.
Now, let's go back to the hallway again, because I want to mention, if you follow this hallway, the door at the end opens up to another laundry room.
Good. Okay, we needed that. You definitely needed another laundry room on this floor.
And the door right here opens up to the second guest suite, which is pretty similar to the bedroom that we just toured. Now follow me this way, back at the landing, elevator on my right-hand side, and we have a small seating area here, couch, TV.
Okay, so you do have an upstairs living area. it's just really uninspiring. And they forgot about like the whole rustic Mediterranean vibe over here. This is when you have shorter ceilings. You really had to actually show the beams, make it more rustic. You know, remind me, you can get away with it by showing me character, but you took out the character from the space. This was a great space to continue that beams, barrel ceiling. Like this is where you had to do that.
Before we go check out the primary, obviously, we got to check out this room. Queen size bed, French doors open up to a really nice balcony that looks down to your backyard, as well as these amazing views.
Okay, so you get 2 bedrooms or 3 bedrooms with ocean view. Not bad. See, I talk about this as like, okay, it's an ocean view or a sea view property. How many rooms actually look into the ocean? How narrow is your lot? How did your design maximize the views? Because that's what's the differentiating price between this property and somewhere in the flats that doesn't get any views, right? So how well did you do in that department? That's super important, right? And what demographics are interested in that? In my 5-day workshop, the first 3 days, I focus on, okay, what are these 10 principles and which elements make up what makes that principle good? Like, what are the 10 elements that make a view good? What are the 10 elements that make architectural style good? And then on the day 4 and day 5, we talk about how to modify an architectural style, right? How to fix the architectural flaw in the property to make it good. And how would the avatars respond to changes we would make and how much more they would pay you. Click on the link in the description. I have one coming up very soon. You want to sign up in that? There's a 100% money back guarantee.
Full bathroom here, definitely good size. And yeah, that's it for the 3rd guest suite.
He hasn't shown any of the walk-in closets, right? The first one didn't have a walk-in closet. The second one, he didn't show it. And this one, he skipped it also. So I'm wondering if they were really, really small.
Now, let's open up this massive pivot door so we can check out the primary bedroom suite. Come on in. The scale of this room is absolutely insane.
Oh my God. Whose idea was to do a primary suite in gray? What happened? Like, we completely left Italy. We completely left Italy, ladies and gentlemen. We are not in the Mediterranean region whatsoever. This is horrible. For the location, you completely forgot about what you were doing on the exterior. You completely forgot about character, or you ran out of money. Okay, either one of those happened. And this became one of the most uninspiring ocean view prime location property master bedrooms that I've ever seen.
Nice seating area in front of your fireplace, stone clad wall, you have your TV in the center, the entire room opens up to these views, and on the back you can see these 2 balconies that I talked about at the courtyard, bringing even more natural light to this room.
Okay, let's talk about lot orientation, okay? This is a west-facing property. However, you're getting natural light coming from everywhere. And for that reason, I'm going to score a 9. I think it does really, really well. I mean, all the weaknesses that courtyard provided, but it provided a lot of natural light to every level, except the basement, obviously. But it's a very lit property, and that's really important.
Now, you have steel case double doors opening up to your bathroom. Right in the center, we have this massive walk-in shower, all marble. You have your rain head above. Even your built-in bench kicks into the walk-in shower, so it serves the shower as well as the outside.
Yeah, so you hit your knees really bad on it. The finishes are poor. The finishes are very poor for even primary bedroom. I would say slightly better than the secondary bedroom bathrooms, but it's still poor for the price bracket. Just, you did not know what to do with it. It looks already dated. 3 years out, it was backwards looking. The pallets are off. The material's off. You just didn't continue with your strength, which was the facade of the building. That was the best thing about the finishes. The material used on the exterior, the facade, the barrel ceilings, the beams, and then you just didn't know how to convert that to softer finishes. And you took a lot of risk and none of them landed, or you just cheaped it out.
Then you come over here to your freestanding tub, chrome fixture.
Like, who does that mosaic small tiles next to freaking wood floors? Come on. That's ridiculous. That's your primary bedroom. What are you doing? It's horrible. And it's not even lined up right over here. Look at this. It's so ugly. It's like they forgot something and they had to fill it up last minute. And they were like, okay, I know these tiny little mosaic tiles we can put in. Oh my God. It's horrible. Extremely poor.
And then we have 2 doors opening up to a very spacious walk-in closet with an island right in the center. You have plenty of space here.
No, I wouldn't say that's a lot of space. That's more like a hearse for this price bracket. I would say it's a very good hearse, but without his. It's definitely not enough for two.
And let's not forget the water closet, which is on the left-hand side. Now, let's check out the primary bedroom balcony, which is absolutely incredible. This entire section is covered. 2 chairs, fireplace on the other side, and more of these views.
Okay, let me score the privacy because I think I have not scored that yet. I'm going to give the privacy of this property a 9. I think it's super, super private. It's a gated community. There's only 2 neighbors, and I think one of them is empty. Now, it looks like there's an empty lot right next to you. So you're going to have construction at some point, a lot of construction. It could very much so be possibly owned by the same owner that owns this. So once they sell that, they're going to start building there. So be careful for that. Look it up, see who owns it. If there's any permits pulled on it, ask questions. Now, before I tell you guys what I love about it and what I dislike about it, if you want to not make mistakes, mistakes in real estate are very, very expensive. The 5-day workshop is a very, very inexpensive way to educate yourself about single family homes and condos and how to make sure you don't make mistakes in the #1 most expensive asset class in the world, which is a $47 trillion asset class, and one that 80% of your net worth will be tied to by the time you retire. You're going to buy, rent, and sell many, many properties in your lifetime. To have this foundation so you would have this base that you won't make mistakes and actually know how to critique the properties objectively will be the most financially rewarding thing you do for yourself this year. So sign up. Okay, here are the things I love about this property, and here are the things I don't like about the property. I love the views. I think the views are fantastic, some of the best in Orange County. I like the architectural style. I think on the exterior, it looked very good, and it did a really good job differentiating itself from all the other freaking Mediterranean homes that almost look identical to each other. I also like the fact that it had the relatively a good flow and bedroom distribution, right? I think the living areas were together, but I didn't like the scale at all. I thought the scale and the volume was definitely below par. If I had to give it a score, I don't know if I did or not, I'll give it a 6. I think it just didn't have that ceiling height that we were looking for. Layout, I think it was poor because it does have the wow factor when you walk in, but I think there's a better way of doing courtyards, right? Or side yards that kind of come into the property to bring natural light in. You don't have to put a courtyard in every freaking property, right? It's not a good idea for every lot. It's not a good idea for every architectural style. And the things that I really, really disliked about the property were finishes. I think they did not know what to do with it at all. I think they made a lot of mistakes. Now, if you've ever even contemplated about purchasing a branded condo building, right? There's a lot of them being built in Miami right now. One of them I have a video on. It's called the Aston Martin building over here. Check it out. Really educational video. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the comments. Thanks for watching.